Viso. Viso.
Sound check, piga sound check. Soma kitu. Sawa, sawa, sawa.
Zote zitashika. Ya hawana level na bado wako. Pastor, so thank you so much for finding time to come all the way to Thika Mount Kenya University Moi Convention Center, where next Saturday on 19th, we start a whole new journey of creating a whole new experience on our television sets and of course on our phones through TV47. And so I'm so excited about the new journey. Of course, we've had an amazing run with the NTV that last many years, and I'm really grateful for the journey we've taken with them. And of course, now as we begin a new chapter, I'm excited about the many opportunities that will be opening for our youth across the country. And so, as we aspire to make TV47 the media house of the future, the media house of Africa, I'm hopeful that more than ever before, and now thanks to social media, we'll have more talents out there. And my desire is to see a creative economy that's thriving, because that's really the future. If you look behind during COVID, that's when Albi came through. And now the beauty about it, and he is niche, because the one will show you get to know him. And I kept saying, you see, in the past we just had one show, a CHURCHIL show, and it's 40-minute show. You can only do so much with a 40-minute show where you have interviews, you have a total scholar. How many comedians can you feature? And so the social media has actually become a media unto itself. So we want to see how the main media will incorporate the social media, which have become a media unto themselves, and together we harness those numbers to make something big. But we can tell our stories differently. And so that's really the reason why we are TV47. It's because we have more opportunities for everyone. What were drama, what were sitcoms, what were stand-up comedy, children's shows, documentaries. You get to see them on TV47. That's why. And so 19th is when we start. 19th on Saturday. It's a grand launch right here. It's a 3,000 seater here, Moi Convention Center. And we're so excited with the management of TV47. They put an elaborate plan. As we start here, this is where it begins. And then it travels the rest of the country. Kakamega, Homa Bay, Nakuru, Eldoret, Mombasa. and we'll try to see if we can go and put some stuff together. So that's more or less.
So I've seen today's audition involved singers and musicians. We've always known you for comedy. Are you also going to be providing opportunities for music talents?
Precisely. Thank you so much for that question. Today was day 4 of the audition, so we've had comedians and musicians, actors. So today you are lucky enough to find the musicians. Yes, we are going to create a platform where TV47 will have that specific genre being featured.
Okay, this is Cyprian Yuenga channel. Ningependa at least tuange labda TV47 wamekulipa good amount of money that made you change from NTV ama inakuaje? Because you know we all deal with money.
Yes.
Yeah? So,
Inakadi more, but you see where we've gone at this point. It's really not so much about how much money we pay to transfer money. No, it's the opportunities that are going to be created. First of all, you have a platform that allows you to generate all this content. Then the money comes afterwards. So the different thing with TV47, they have granted me that opportunity to grow a brand, to be number 1. So when you become number 1, then you can talk about money. Because when you're not part of discussion around the table, you become the big part of the menu. So I'm glad to be part of that decision making. So at this point in time, it's not so much about the money, but how do we make this great channel to be number 1? So we give ourselves some time, and then we see how that goes in the next 1 or 2 years. Then we can talk about that.
Still on the same page, Churchill, you've been at NTV for close to 15 years, if it's not that 15 years. Can you just give us a hint? How long is your contract at TV47?
Yes, thank you so much for that question. So we are building a house, and so we just moved into a house that we are part of. So it's like moving from a rented house and building a small house in Mushada. So you decide when you leave that house. So for now, there's no timeline because it's a house we are building together. So if you build a beautiful house, I don't think there's a timeline when you're supposed to. So we might be here for a while, not just me, but the entire industry.
Are you telling us there's a bit of a shareholding bit at TV47?
No. Let me say there's a bit of certainty in TV47. Yeah, because with NTV it was about contracts. The contracts are renewed every 2-3 years, and so when we had a discussion with the management, especially the chair, the discussion wasn't about the timeline. It was about how do we grow this to become the media house.
I'm seeing you with a new generation of artists. My good friend Albi over here.
Yeah.
Are you trying to transition and try to grow the new talent that is currently hitting social media by storm? And what is your plan for the other talent of the older generation and the newer generation now that you're transitioning?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. The new talents, Abby is a transition on mambo.
poa.
Naona warembo wengi hapa. Kwanza mambo.
Poa sana.
Kwa nini kalenda? Tunadai kudate. Yeah, and of course we have Maite himself, Achana nayo. And of course we have MC, MCD. Ama unakuwa na sasa kile basi.
I'm also happy to be part of this journey. So we'll be meeting often in these corridors. Thank you.
Yeah, great. So you don't grow new wine with old wine skins. So it's important to keep refreshing the content. So yes, we'll have the comedians that we have in the past. We'll have all those aspects, of course, as we grow new talents. And that's why I'm excited about the new comedians, especially those who started during COVID. And you all know that from the social media, and we follow them. So can you imagine if you harness all those numbers, all that potential, and put them on television or even a bigger platform? That's the TV47 app that should be coming up before we launch.
Okay, that's another question. Since you made join TV47,
Yeah.
are you going to push Elcomoni's agenda like the 75 airplane? Ama wewe maoni yako iko wapi?
Asante kwa hilo swali. Mambo ya kucheza local talent, local content ni jambo ambalo lilianza kuzuliwa kitambo sana, na ni jambo ambalo linahimizwa sana. Ni vizuri kwamba Eric alianzisha na amesukuma kweli. Labda amefanya tofauti, lakini that's really what ought to happen. Maana ukisafiri nchi zingine utapata wakicheza nyimbo zetu. Lazima tujifunze kupenda vitu vyetu ndio tuweze kuuza. Wakati wa Masai walipenda kuvaa yale mavazi. Sisi wote ukisafiri unataka kuvaa kama Masai. Ushajiuliza Wajaluo dress code yao ni gani kama ya Wakamba?
Yellow. Kamba ni yellow.
Kwa sababu hawa walijipenda na wakapenda tamaduni yao. Ndio sababu ukienda pale nje unasema wewe ni Masai. Wewe ni Mkenya. The moment unaonekana hiyo shuka ya red unaonekana wewe ni Mkenya. Ndio tunajivunia wote hapa. Ukiona at least wetu wakikimbia pale nje, hausemi wewe ni Mjaluo na ni Mkamba, unasema that's our Kenya. So tukianza kupenda vitu vyetu, tuta-attract watu wengine pia wapende vitu vyetu, na hivyo ndio tutaweza kuuza tamaduni yetu. Kwa sababu ndio unaona tunatizama filamu za Nigeria kila siku. Kufanisha kwamba sisi hatuna hadithi za kusema ambazo wanaweza ona zikiwekwa maandishi pale chini tutaweza. Kwa hivyo tuanze kupenda vitu zetu na ndani na support hayo mambo ili kasema mcheze content yetu is long
CHURCHIL, ningependa kusema kwamba hongera kwa kuweza kufanya kazi na tv47. It's a new experience, new journey, fresh ideas, fresh talents. Ningetaka kujua maybe mpango wako umeweka vipi tunao upcoming ama fresh talents ambao wataweza kuchipuka kutoka kwa partnership yako na tv47 ili CHURCHIL show experience. Umeweka vipi ambao utakuwa na mentorship program ambao wale ambao ni veterans wataweza kukaa nao chini waweze kuwaelekeza, kushika mkono. Tunapata wakati msanii anaweza kupata fame ama wakati jina inaanza kuwa kubwa, kuna ile anajisahau kidogo, ila usanii anawachilia kidogo, anafocus na mambo mengine. Tutakuwa na kitu kama mentorship program ama utaweza wewe mwenyewe kuchukua na kuweza kuelekeza. Unapata msanii akishakuwa kwa industry for 5 years, 10 years, hawezi kuwekeza kwa usanii wake bado. Unapata kwa 5 years anabaki pale ama jina iko pale, lakini kimaisha ama usanii anaweza kuendelea.
Asante sana kwa hilo swali. Mambo ya mentorship ni mambo ambayo tunafanyia kuleta mbele sana kwa kipaumbele, kwa sababu tumefanya kazi na TV47. TV47 na Mount Kenya University wana uhusiano wa karibu sana. Kwa hivyo hawa waadhiri wa hapa, the lecturers, professors, that's one of the things that we want to incorporate, waweze kuwasaidia vile wataekeza, iwapo watapata hela, even how to manage their fame and to grow their talents. So utaona hata wengine wakirejea shule hapa Mount Kenya University waweze kusoma na kuweza kuendeleza zaidi ya hata pale.
My name is Dan from Dan TV47. I have a question. Since CHURCHIL show imekuwa for long, now we have 47 countries in our country. I was asking because this a new CHURCHIL show experience at TV47. Maybe kwa sana wasanii wenye wako Nairobi wanakuja audition hapa wa Nairobi. What about wale wenye wako nje wenye wako Nairobi? Maybe unawekea plan so that they attend their county so they can auditions there and they proceed to Nairobi.
Na kuna mpango mzima tumepanga plan to start over 100 comedy clubs across the country, and so where we'll have the veteran comedians also start mentoring them in a program called Almost Famous. Almost Famous, you can do your comedy, music, or whatever you have. Then we edit it, we record it, we edit it, and we are able to pick you from there and give you proper direction. So kutakuwa walimu ambao wanafunza kukuza. Already tumeanza Nairobi, mahali panaitwa Everything Fish, ambapo Mitch is the host, and you will watch Mitch performance on 31st of December. Utaona kwamba ameweza kukua. Huyo ni Mitch basi. Anapigia sahihi. Hapo unaonekana kwa TV. Landlord anakudai hapa. So kuna mpango wa aina hiyo. So it has to go. It's like SPM bars. You know the nani? Haya. Nani imepotea? Yeah, great. So SPM bars. Kama SPM, sijui kama mnajua hadithi ya SPM bars. It's one of the talents from Churchill show, Eddie Butita. Yeye hakuwa sana pale mbele, alikuwa nyuma anaandika tu vitu, lakini unaona with what he was able to do, he's been able to start his own media house, which is growing pretty fast. And so can you imagine if we had other Butitas, akina Mitch, au wote kila mtu atakuja kufanya mambo yake, Albert atakuwa na show yake, Mitch, manake sio Churchill tu show tu, Churchill mwenyewe, Churchill ni Daniel Ndambuki. Si Daniel Ndambuki tu milele, hapana. Mimi tu niko pale kushikilia kidogo, alafu tuweze kupanua pamoja. That's why tumekuja hii TV47 is not a small station. Itakuwa station kubwa sana ambao itapatia kila mtu nafasi. Kuna mahali inaweza songa, lakini wanasema ukitaka kwenda mbali, ukitaka kwenda kasi, nenda peke yako. Lakini ukitaka kwenda mbali zaidi, nenda na wengine. And so the dream behind what we're doing, I guess you'll get to see it in the next 3 years. When you see all these talents incorporated in one big group. And that's really what's giving me the motivation to do this again and again. Otherwise, ingekuwa nimejoin politics alafu.
Churchill, talking about politics, it's a political season.
No.
We are seeing the creative industry in a grow sana in Kenya. What is your message for politicians as we turn to the next government, which we don't know ni gani, but you gani wewe unatetea? But what is your message to politicians to help the creative economy?
Mwanzo nimewaambia most of these politicians, hata wale host way back before even who Kenyatta became the president and William Ruto became chief hustler and all these guys. I tell them there's more to your ambition. Kenya comes first. Is the nation. And at the end of the day, kuna mtu atashindwa na kuna mwingine atashinda, kule atashindwa. Now matters creative economy is a sector ambayo inaonekana ni kama it's like losers. But that's not the case. America biggest export is entertainment. So the only reason why our creative economy has not been recognized is because there are no structures. And I'm glad those structures are coming in. I'm glad that people are getting to see the pay. I'm not talking about YouTube. Soon people will be paying per view. And those are good news. If you have 100,000 followers, how many followers do you have on TikTok? Yeah. 300,000. So mali tunaenda itafika mali Abby can package his content. For you to view, you pay like $100 or Mitch. So when we get to that space in the next 2-3 years, na kuna watu 100,000, you do the maths. And when people start seeing billionaire entertainers, and when you see investors, venture capitalists putting money to support the talent, because that's what Nigeria did, that's what America did, then you'll see an industry that is respected. Hii industry ya watu maskini. This is an industry for the future. If you can touch someone's emotion, that means already you're a millionaire in heart. Now we need to actualize it. And hapo ndio tunaenda. Most of the time watu wamekuwa wakiona vitu for free. until Netflix came. They'll start paying for that content because where we are going, content will become the key. Content is key.
Shiko Gitel from Zuka Kibao TV, and I want to take you back to almost famous P44. Na umesema kwamba you'll be picking these rising talents, you unachukua video, then edit them, and of course you'll need money to do all that stuff. And my question is, probably will they have to leave something small for them to join?
No. It is free. The laugh industry, the Laughscape, the vehicle that is behind the Churchill Show experience will be doing that. We'll provide the platform, we'll get the cameras, the space, and of course some small facilitation. We'll go to sponsors to see if they can fund the campaigns so that when we have all these big comedians, they can mentor the comedians, the artists from the crowd. So there's no problem.
Churchill, this is Cyprian again. Nikikuangalia hivi naweza sema labda kwa mtu mwenye kujui maybe ukiwa Churchill huko ilikuwa na challenges. Can you share with us the most challenging things ulipitia ukiwa Churchill? Alafu kuna time tulikuwa tunaona unarushwa mawe sana. Uliofahamu aje such things?
Challenge. There are so many challenges. First of all is perception. You know, once you're on TV, people expect you to live a certain lifestyle. Remember when I was starting, I had the show, Churchill, I was on Churchill Live, and nasikuwa na gari. Actually, it was in two colors. So can you imagine nachekesha watu pale Carnival, na naomba lift kwa audience. Na wewe umepigiwa standing ovation. Thank you so much for coming. Parking, eh? And then I used to live in Kino, so I had to use matatu. So you can imagine. But you see, I had to know it's a journey. It took a while before all those other things followed. Yeah, so that was a challenge, accepting that I need to give it time, I need to grow, and those things will come later. There's something, the biggest lesson I've learned in life, it's called delay self-gratification. Sasa, Abi akiamua ninunue Mercedes kesho, and I remember telling Eric the first time we got his check, Eric Omondi, no, you don't buy Mercedes now. Hapana, sasa can you first of all fix 1, 2, 3? Gari itakuja na itakuja tu na ikija na hiyo kujikubali mahali huko na kujipatia nafasi ya to grow as a brand. The rest of it will follow.
Okay, Churchill, my name is MC from the TV show. The first question I have for you, it was aired out by the former KISS presenter, that is the line, that hosting the Churchill show is a bit of expensive. Like the tent, he said that the tent is a bit like 3 million. And when you look at the way you arrange this, the program that will be aired on 19, it's like we will be only having one show a week. Yeah. So I just want to ask you, is it the cost of arranging all of these? That's why you have decided now you'll be hosting only once a week.
All right. Thank you so much for that question. And yes, hosting the show is quite something. It's a whole lot of investment. The setup takes like 7 days, and you see all the work that will be happening. But what happens when we shoot once, we are able to get more than 3 shows now. That's why we do one show here on 19th, then we move to Kakamega, get 2 episodes from that. So in a year, how many do you get? Like 26 towns, then you have 52 episodes. That's a year. So that's how we are doing it, different from what we used to do at Carnival, where we had to record each and every week. And of course, with that, you get to experience other counties. Like I can't wait to be in Homa Bay and Kakamega, I've never visited, and Lamu, and Debu, and Maua. It's to be interesting to see their culture as much as we want to give them the Churchill show experience. So that's why it's called more than just comedy. It's not just cheka.
you get to learn about these counties, you get to learn about their cultures, and hata wewe kama mtazamaji wa nyumbani, you get to learn.
Hi, Honey Petra for Partial. I have two questions for you. One,
I know Partial.
will you ever introduce your family to the show? And two, what's your biggest regret if you have any? What's your biggest regret if you have any, like while working in the industry? And then the other question is, will you ever introduce your family to the show?
My family is what I have. Is where I live. You're asking
Your wife, yeah,
no,
I guess.
those ones don't feature in this.
I want to see if they have any talent.
You know, that's the beauty about life. You know, you have to allow. What I do is my calling. That's what I chose. It's good to allow other people, if they're not so keen in joining you, to live their own life and private lives. The day watataka watatokea to, you can't stop them.
Now, Churchill, I'm Clement from MKU.
So the second question was MKU.
What's your biggest regret in the industry if you have any regrets?
I'm trying to pick one.
Well, you can give us 2 or 3.
I had an offer to go to Chicago University to study this many moons ago, and we never picked that opportunity because we thought this is. We thought we just needed to start this, and so that opportunity passed. And then, of course, I'm yet to get another.
Commandi.
Yeah. What about Eric?
So I'm told this is the last question. So I'm Clement from MKU. Now, Churchill, allow my question to come in form of an idea that I hope shall be incorporated sooner than later. So I appreciate and recognize that the role that you're playing in society to lift up upcoming talented youths. But I also request that you may, like we've seen Equity, we have Equity Foundation, it sponsors students. So why can't you incorporate this, that you also come up with a program that sponsors students, maybe to further their education?
Precisely. Thank you so much for that question. But the beauty about it, you'll be here on 19th.
Yes, I'll be here.
Yeah, so we have a very big announcement that I do not want to preempt. So the chair will share the vision on the same. And understand we do have the School of Drama Arts and Creative Academy. We'll be here to nurture these talents.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your questions.
Namaliza.
I just want to know, because Kenyans demand too much. Do you feel pressure from Kenyans that you have to nurture every Kenyan has talent?
You know, the beauty about talent, you can't force it. And yes,